Good morning, everyone. We're going to let everyone get filtered into the room and we'll start in just about another minute.
I'm going to leave this because Mark has my link for the joining. And then when I leave, can somebody please change his name to Mark Madrid rather than Shaylee Hallway?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Good luck, everyone.
Glad to see you.
Thank you. All right, Tina's here. All right.
So Tina's trying to make us all look bad.
That's a great background.
I like that.
Thanks. All about branding all the time.
All right,
There
there's
you go.
we change his name. Rename.
Great to see everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. How are you?
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. All right, just another few seconds and we'll get started. All right, well, good morning. My name is Valerie Marr, and I am the lead economic development specialist in the SBA Houston District Office. And I want to thank you for joining us today as we recognize and celebrate LGBT History Month. This event is a collaboration between the SBA Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio District Office, the Texas Coalition of LGBT Chambers, and National LGBT Chamber, all of whom you'll hear from today. The agenda today, we have two keynote speakers who will deliver welcome remarks, followed by introductions and comments from SBA district directors and chamber leaders throughout Texas, followed by a presentation on the LGBT Business Enterprise certification, as well as an overview of SBA programs and services that are available to you and your small business. And finally, we will wrap up with a small business panel discussion. A few housekeeping items before we get started. You will receive a follow-up email later today containing a recording of today's session, copy of the presentations you will hear, and participant contact information. The Q&A box is open, so if you have questions along the way, please input them there, as we have SBA staff who will be answering those questions throughout the duration of the event. I would now like to turn it over to Herb Austin. Herb is the SBA Acting Regional Administrator for Region 6, which encompasses the states of Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas, and he is the SBA District Director for the Dallas-Fort Worth office. Herb?
Thank you, Val. Good morning to everyone. It's truly my pleasure and great honor to introduce the next speaker, Mr. Mark Madrid. Mr. Madrid has been appointed to serve as Associate Administrator for the Office of Entrepreneurial Development, known as OED, at the United States Small Business Administration. In this role, Mr. Madrid will lead the OED, the Office of Entrepreneurial Development, which is SBA's technical assistance arm with a national resource network, including small business development centers, SBDCs, Women Business Centers, WBCs, SCORE, and the Office of Entrepreneur Education. Previously, Mr. Madrid served as CEO of Latino Business Action Network, a national 501c3 organization focused on strengthening America through funding and supporting U.S. Latino entrepreneurial research and education impact program at Stanford University. Mr. Madrid was named the 2019 Silicon Valley Nonprofit CEO of the Year by the Silicon Valley Business Journal. He serves on the Board of Trustees for Scholarship America, the leading nonprofit scholarship and educational support organization in the United States. He's an honorary colonel of the United States Army and Jefferson Award recipient. Before his chief executive nonprofit roles, Mr. Madrid held a senior executive career in banking that began on Wall Street in 1995 with JP Morgan. His passion for American small businesses is dedicated to his father, who passed away from COVID-19 in 2020. His father, Marcos Madrid Jr., owned a welding business for over 4 decades. Mr. Madrid holds a BBA from the University of Texas at Austin-McComb School of Business and a Master of Nonprofit Administration degree from the University of Notre Dame, Mendoza College of Business. Please welcome Mr. Madrid.
Oh my goodness, great day to all of you, and thank you for this most wonderful invitation. I am honored and energized to be here. You matter to our recovery, and you matter to our US economy. I have a few precious moments to express 3 themes. 1, gratitude. 2, a quick point of reflection. And 3, action. And first, gratitude. Thank you, Herb, for that wonderful introduction and for your phenomenal leadership as the regional administrator of the SBA South Central Regional Office. Additionally, we thank the Houston SBA District Office, as well as the Dallas and San Antonio District Offices for organizing this unparalleled event in conjunction with the Greater Houston, Austin, North Texas, and San Antonio LGBT Chambers and the coalition as well. So thank you, Tammy, Tina, Tony, Melissa, and teams. We truly believe we have the strongest, the most unique, and the most diverse leadership at the SBA. And so I'd like particularly to highlight and thank the team that made this happen, including Tim Jeffcoat, our Houston District Director, Mark, our Deputy District Director, and Valerie, our Houston District Office Lead Economic Development Specialist, who were instrumental in bringing this event together. We thank, of course, President Biden and Vice President Harris, and most certainly our phenomenal and results-driven SBA Administrator Guzman, fellow dedicated SBA colleagues, including the teams of our Office of Field Operations. Thank you, Victor Parker, and our district offices. And also our network of resource partners, our SBDCs, WBCs, SCORE, and our VBOX, our Veteran Business Outreach Centers. All thrilled to be working with you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And I'm thrilled that you will hear from Eugene next. And I also hope that Reggie Greer, the White House advisor on LGBTQ plus issues, that Reggie, that you feel this heartfelt and warm thank you. We thank the NGLCC, Justin, Chance, and the team. And a distinguished thank you for the LGBTQ plus small business owners in the audience and those who could not make it for whatever reason because they are running a business. You matter to our economy, and you matter to our recovery. Now, a quick point of reflection. Oh my goodness, today holds a special significance for me as a proud and out Latino senior executive and presidential appointee at the Small Business Administration. You know, I just turned 50, the milestone 50, earlier this week. And when I woke up this morning, I reflected with my better half and Rock Dan on how far we have come. For me personally, and this is just my experience, coming out has been a very traumatic experience filled with tragedy, drama, low points, valleys, trenches, and ultimately freedom and victory and triumph. I share this personal background with you to illustrate the sheer resilience, grit, and the overcomer spirit that I share with you. It is a true honor to share this stage with you and to demonstrate the real commitment of SBA to you. Our outstanding SBA Administrator Guzman refers to our small businesses as the giants of our economy. And I am energized to be with you because you, our LGBTQ plus small business owners, are giants. And I'm excited that you will learn how SBA programs apply to you and how you can access these resources. You truly are giants of our economy. Stats from the NGLCC reveal that American LGBTQ plus owned businesses contribute, listen to this, an estimated 1.7 trillion with a T, $1 trillion to the US economy annually. That is truly remarkable. And the LGBT community holds an estimated purchasing power of $917 billion. Further, the average annual revenue of LGBT certified companies is $2.5 million. So bottom line, you matter. You matter to our recovery and you matter to our US economy. And I close with action, a very, very important word. I can tell you, and I hope you can sense it from me, that I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm so energized. It's an honor to serve for a president that walks the talk for inclusivity and equality. On January 20th, 2021, President Biden signed an executive order to prevent and combat discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation, and to fully enforce other laws that prohibit discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. And in his proclamation on lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Pride Month 2021, President Biden declared that he would not rest until full equality for LGBTQ plus Americans is finally achieved and codified into law. That is action. That is walking the talk. The talk in action that you deserve. And that is because you matter to our recovery, and you matter to our US economy. Thank you. It is an honor to be part of this family, and I hope you have a wonderful conference. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mark, so much for your inspiring words, your leadership, and your passion and support of this event. We definitely heard it in your remarks, and happy 50th birthday. Next, I want to introduce Eugene Cornelius. He was scheduled to be here today, but had a last-minute conflict, but he really wanted to still share in this event today. So we did record a message for us to play for the audience. A little bit about Eugene. He is currently the Senior Director for the Milken Institute's Center for Regional Economics, where he is responsible for federal, state, and local small business policy coordination. Prior to this role, he held a distinguished career in public service, most recently as Deputy Associate Administrator of Field Operations at the SBA. So Tim, if you wouldn't mind, you could go ahead and share that video. Tim, I don't hear it. Still don't hear it, Tim. Maybe you need to unmute yourself.
President Obama had charged all the federal agencies Hello, everyone. Welcome to this terrific event where you can plug into the synergies at work to help you start, expand, grow, and recover your businesses. Recently, we celebrated National Coming Out Day across the country, and I'm reminded of the meeting where President Obama had charged all the federal agencies to consider ways to be more inclusive. I was the Deputy Associate Administrator for Field Operations at the SBA at the time, and I took this task to heart. As an openly gay Black American and senior leader at the SBA, I felt it was my duty and my honor to answer the President's charge. This was a time where I could personally leverage my position and support all the trailblazers that have gone before us in the gay rights movement. I firmly believed to do less would be spitting on their graves. I developed the Many Faces One Dream LGBT Outreach Initiative Tour with the sole purpose of breaking down the barriers for a gay and lesbian business community to have equal access to SBA's programs and services. At the time, the Chamber had a few hundred certified businesses, and I knew we needed more to increase the representation in the hollow halls of Congress. So I called up Justin, Chance, and Sam, and invited the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce to join us on the tour, and brought focus to the NGLCC Business Station combined with SBA's programs and services in order to help LGBT businesses succeed. We called it the LGBT Business Builder. That became one of the pillars of the Many Faces One Dream. I appointed my dream team to lead these efforts, and some of you recognize their names. The Atlanta crew, David Perry as the director, and Mark Gibson in communications, joined by Sam McClure, Senior Vice President at the Chamber. This trio would later prove to be a force to be reckoned with. City after city, they made sure the LGBT Business Builder was not only front page news, but prominent positions in city halls across the country, forming partnerships with local and city leaders for LGBT business representation. I knew the SBA district directors not only supported me, but were already supporting inclusion in their communities. District directors like Herb Austin in Dallas, and Tim Jeffco and Mark Winchester in Houston were part of my leadership team that ensured each stop along the tour was the absolute best in representation and support. The preliminary list of cities we would visit was announced in Washington, D.C. at a joint press conference. That cold day in February, we made history for the SBA to be the first federal agency to lead the president's charge for LGBT inclusion. My email traffic blew up and the phones were ringing off the hook with support from across the country. I then heard from the godfather of Texas LGBT Chamber, Tony Vita. Tony thought he would call to congratulate the SBA and helped us rectify a typo in the list of cities, as he was sure it was just an oversight. He said, but Dallas would be added to the list of cities, right, Gene? During the initial planning meetings, the Chamber proposed Houston to be in the list of cities for the tour. But what was interesting about Houston being added to this list was the fact that Houston did not have an LGBT chamber. Some of you may remember way back then, the start of the deplorable bathroom bill in North Carolina and Texas. My team was mindful to steer clear of the potential landmines that could.
Oh, and it was working so well. Tim? Let's see if Tim reconnects and we can keep playing that, or we will just move on. We have to be flexible in this virtual environment. So we'll give it another minute here.
Let the negative press blow over. I joined the planning call and relied heavily on my team to make these tough decisions. But Houston was troubling in many regards. I knew we had to figure out a way to support adding Houston to the list of cities. You know, when you're on a conference call and you go around the horn to make sure everyone has input, all of a sudden this calm voice speaks up. Hi, this is Tammy Wallace from Houston. And she said something like, you bring the LGBT Business Building Tour to Houston, and I will guarantee to stand up a chamber and support these efforts in solidarity to the fight back against the bathroom bill. Now, this is the time when we needed the leverage to support to build up the LGBT community and stand and be accounted for in the city council. To which I instructed the team, I guess we're going to the great United States of Texas. We did go to Dallas, and the North Texas Chamber rolled out the red carpet. Houston was a huge success, to the launch of the chamber and ensuring representation on the Mayor's Council for Advice on LGBT matters. It is through these strong voices and the LGBT leadership across the great state of Texas, like Tony Vetta and Tammy Wallace, and many others that champion each and every one of you to succeed, that brings us to this event of today, where we can stand tall on the shoulders of giants that have paved the way for us to be here. Now combined with the strong, solid support of the SBA District Director and their teams, you are in business. It is through all our hard work and support that we move the needle in economic development and advancement for LGBT inclusion. LGBT Business Builder would later to be recognized by Harvard University and receive the Bright Idea and Innovation in American Government Award, one of my crowning achievements in my professional career. So in closing, I challenge you all to take a look around your communities and see how many are now a part of the over 1,100 certified businesses across the country. Are you one of them? If you are not, or have not made the business decision to come out in your business yet, think of it as a business imperative to not only yourself, but to our community. Many faces wondering, and the LGBT Business Builder laid the groundwork for all of us to be in line authentically in our businesses and in our community. Look at this vast network of support and the synergies you can connect with. Plug in and accelerate your businesses today. So in honor of National Coming Out Day and this economic development event, please remember that who you are in your business and in your community really and truly makes a difference. Thank you for having me today, and congratulations on your continued success. Godspeed.
All right, we thank Eugene so much for that message. Next, we want to hear from the chambers that are joining us here today. So we are going to start with Houston, and I want to introduce the Houston SBA District Director, Tim Jeffcoat.
Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. I want to introduce Tammy Wallace to you. Tammy is the co-founder, president, and CEO of Greater Houston LGBT Chamber. She's active in the state, local, national events. She was Chief Growth Officer at KIPP Houston Public Schools, Chief of Staff and Campaign Manager for former State Rep Ellen Cohen, co-founder and Executive Director of the Houston Equal Rights Alliance, over 12 years experience in financial services, appointed by Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner to serve on the City of Houston's first LGBTQ+ advisory board, recognized by BEQ magazine as a legacy leader in the LGBTQ community, recognized as Outsmart magazine's Gayest and Greatest Award for Female Businessperson, Grand Marshal of the Houston Pride 11, and my friend from whom I've learned a lot, Tammy Wallace.
Well, Tim, thank you so much. It is truly an honor and a pleasure to work with your team to support LGBTQ-owned businesses. I cannot say how grateful we are to the SBA for this long-term support and partnership. Since day one of our work, the SBA has been dedicated to making sure that LGBTQ+ businesses are seen and heard. We just would not be where we're at today without this strong collaboration, and especially with the Houston District Office. And I want to give an amazing shout out to my colleagues from the NGLCC and the Texas LGBTQ Chambers of Commerce for participating today. When I reached out to them about this event, everyone was on board and excited to make this happen, especially as we celebrate LGBTQ+ History Month. I just want to share a quick overview about the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce. You heard a little bit from Gene, but we are celebrating our milestone 5-year anniversary this year. In fact, we launched, as Gene mentioned, in 2016 as part of an LGBT Business Builder event, and we had so many people show up. It was an incredible success. We have literally been been growing every year since the pandemic. But here's what I often say about our chamber. And I think a lot of people on this call, this resonates, but literally over the last 5 years, we've been through flooding, Hurricane Harvey, the Texas freeze. We even lost water on the 4th anniversary celebration. So we've seen it all in the last 5 years. And we just think that if we can survive that, look, in our first 5 years, we're good to go. And I often say we are just getting started because our work must succeed. We have to make sure that the LGBTQ plus business community has a voice locally and regionally. Over the past really almost 6 years now, we have become the voice for the LGBTQ plus business community in the region. And through our work, we are making sure that the LGBTQ plus business community has a seat at the table when it comes to economic development in terms of the region, statewide, working with our colleagues. We had a huge win this year, and you're going to hear more about the LGBTBE certification from Jada shortly, but we were successful in getting the LGBTBE certification recognized at the City of Houston, where our businesses are now recognized in the city's list of diverse suppliers, opening up contracting and procurement opportunities. That is the work that we are here to do, to make sure that our businesses have a voice. So with year 5 and beyond, we have a lot we are going to do, and we are going to make sure that our businesses not only have a voice, but have representation and have that seat at the table. And as an organization, I often say, we are at an intersection of business and community, and we are just getting started. So I invite you to learn more about the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber at houstonlgbtchamber.com. With that, it is my pleasure to turn it over, back over to Herb Austin, the District Director of the SBA Dallas District Office. Herb?
Herb, you're muted.
Tammy, thank you so much. I am so ashamed to say that I would love to officially introduce Lisa, all my good friend of many years. Unfortunately, I never asked her for a bio, so I don't have much to say, Lisa. I apologize for this oversight. But Lisa is the Vice President of Membership and Programs at the North Texas LGBT Chamber of Commerce. We have worked many, many years with the Chamber. At a minimum, the last 5 years, we participated in their events. But again, Lisa, I feel a little bit uncomfortable to say that I don't have a bio for you. But you probably can introduce yourself. Lisa Hall.
Herb, it's quite all right. Thank you very much. I mean, I just learned that I'm representing the godfather of Texas LGBTQ chambers, so it's kind of intimidating for both of us, Herb. I just want to thank you, Herb, for your partnership. I mean, anytime we need Herb to speak at an event, anytime we need materials from the SBA, anytime, I mean, Herb says yes. He was always there for us. He's attended our Texas Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Conference, both in person and virtually over the years. And anytime we need help from the SBA, Herb and his team is there for us to say yes, yes, yes. So we appreciate your partnership.
Thank you, Lisa.
The North Texas LGBT Chamber of Commerce, we are celebrating our sweet 16th year, COVID style, obviously. But out of our over 350 members, we have almost 50 certified LGBT business enterprises. We've identified in our membership around 25 others who could get LGBT certification, or maybe they are certified as a WBE, MBE, DBE, and have other minority certifications. Our mission is to achieve equality through business. That keeps us busy and gives us work every day on this journey. Using Mark Madrid's numbers, we know that in North Texas, or we estimate in North Texas for there to be 28,000 LGBT-owned businesses. And across the state of Texas, we estimate there to be 116,000 businesses owned by individuals who identify as LGBTQ. That is a $300 billion impact to the economy. And just here in the North Texas region, a $30 billion impact to the economy. So you can tell that we have work to do as far as reaching out and gaining those businesses as members, as partners, and being able to help them achieve their goals. Speaking of helping small businesses achieve their goals, at the North Texas LGBT Chamber, we have a staff of 2, 3 on a good day. So it's hard for us to hold the hands and mentor our small business members, but we think of ourselves as a connector, and we use our membership, our local partnerships, and our national partnerships like the NGLCC to help our LGBT businesses grow. So our membership is full of CPAs, attorneys, financial planners, people willing to help and work with, and their expertise helping small businesses grow. Locally, we have partnerships like the SBA, the Dallas Entrepreneur Center, City of Dallas. How wonderful a program is SCORE, where we can connect our members to partners and mentors like that. And we love working with our colleagues in Houston, San Antonio, and Austin to help connect all of our members now statewide with the resources that they need. So I'm very proud to have Ray Scott on the panel today, representing North Texas LGBT Chamber of Commerce, and wish him the best in the upcoming panel. Please reach out to me or Tony Vetta anytime you need anything from the North Texas LGBT Chamber of Commerce at lgbtchamber.com. I believe I turn it over to Mary Hernandez, the SBA District Director in San Antonio.
Thank you very much, Lisa, and good morning, everyone. The district I serve covers 55 counties, including Bexar and Travis. So I'm very fortunate that both of our upcoming presenters are located within our footprint. First, I'd like to introduce Tina Cannon. Tina is a seasoned and dynamic entrepreneur. She also served as the Vice President of Government Relations with the Greater Austin Chamber of Commerce and served as a Senior Policy Analyst for the City of Austin. Tina has served as President and CEO of the Austin LGBT Chamber of Commerce since 2018 and joins us this morning to share a little more about the Austin LGBT Chamber. Tina?
Hi, thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate that. Thank you hugely to the SBA and to my good friend, Mark Madrid. We miss you here in Austin. Mark's had long reach in our community and he is greatly missed here. But we're glad to see his leadership through the SBA. So our chamber, we've been around since 1997. We're embarking on our 25th year come January. The relationship that we've had with SBA especially during COVID, I think really amplified for all of our members and staff the important connection of the SBA during what was an historic time for all of us that we're still trying to rebound from. But the direct handholds from many of the SBA staff with some of our members during that tumultuous time was so special. And so a huge thank you to all of you for that. Our organization is really keenly focused on amplifying our, as we call them, mom and pop shops in our community, as Austin is one of the 11th largest city in the country and is experiencing incredible prosperity. That prosperity is not necessarily felt amongst our diverse communities. And we work closely, of course, alongside all of the chambers you see on your screen, but also our Austin Diverse Chamber Coalition of our Hispanic Chamber, Asian Chamber, Young Chamber, and Black Chamber to make sure that we are speaking in one voice about economic prosperity for all of the communities that we serve. Of course, like all of y'all, we were very busy last year in the COVID shutdown. We still managed to host 96 different events and or trainings with our members. And last count that I did about a month ago, I think we're about 86 year to date as well. Training, connecting are probably the biggest pillars of our organization. The city recently conducted a quality of life report for the LGBT community for the first time ever. And in that report that spanned over a year and a half of data collection, we learned that over 8% of Austin identifies as LGBT, making us the third largest metro in the country with an LGBT population. As such, our focus as an organization going into next year is to keenly focus in on supplier diversity and making sure all of our members who are eligible to be certified as LGBTBE or any other diversity certification that's available will be top of mind for us. We plan to bring on a supplier diversity professional to join our organization as our next staff member to make this an extreme priority for our members and give them the best shot at prosperity alongside everybody else in our community. You can always learn more about us in any of our other 7 standing committees. Get engaged. We do everything from arts committees to healthcare committees to, of course, ERGs and supplier diversity. But you can learn more at austinlgbtchamber.com. You can also join us at businessofpride.com for our December gala, which is the gala of galas in Austin. So I'm Tina Cannon, and thank you so much to the SBA and to all of my colleagues.
Thank you,
Tina. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Melissa Ochoa, who is the Board of Directors President of the San Antonio LGBT Chamber of Commerce. Melissa has been an active member of the community, including St. Luke's Catholic Church, where she is involved in ACTS and WOW Ministries. She has been on the WALK committee for the San Antonio chapter of the ALS Association. And Melissa joins us this morning to tell us more about the great things they're doing on her side. Melissa?
Hello, thank you, Mary. Good morning, everyone. Again, thank you to SBA for putting this on. It's great. Thank you for also acknowledging the LGBT History Month as well. So we have quite a bit of things that we have been doing here in San Antonio with the San Antonio LGBT Chamber of Commerce. We're probably, compared to the other chambers, we're probably one of the youngest ones. We do everything. We don't actually have a paid staff here. So everything that we do is on our volunteer time as well. So we've tried to do as much as we possibly can. This past year, we actually had our first inaugural gala, which was great and amazing. That just happened actually about a couple of weeks ago. At that gala, we had the mayor that was there and very supportive of the chamber. He also declared National Coming Out Day last year for us. So October 11th is declared as San Antonio LGBT Chamber of Commerce National Coming Out Day. We had probably about 250 attendees at our gala this year. It was just amazing to see all the support that we had. We had the mayor that was there. We had the sheriff, Bexar County Sheriff that was there. We had local city and county leaders that attended as well. We had our first Black gay man of the City Council of District 2, Jalen McKee Rodriguez, that was our keynote speaker as well. So lots of support that we had at this gala, and it was just really marking a milestone for us as far as going forward. We're looking now at meeting with several individuals from the city to being able to acknowledge our NGLCC certifications as well. Bexar County does that now. We've worked with them for quite some time with that, with the Supply and Diversity Department as well. So they've been very supportive of the chamber. We also have had an increase in our certifications, which is great to see in the past couple of years, including last year when we had the pandemic going on. We had lots of certifications come through as well, and we're proud to see that we're looking at getting more certified and working with I'm sorry, not SBA, NGLCC, and getting those certifications done. You know, we've got quite a bit going on here in San Antonio. I think you're going to see more happening. I'm glad to see that we've got Gilda on our panel today as well, which is certified and is the local business owner here in town that does very well. So I'm proud to see that. Other than that, we're very happy to see that San Antonio LGBT Chamber of Commerce is getting acknowledged here in San Antonio. We're starting to find that more and more business owners, small business LGBTQ business owners are finding out that, hey, we are here, we are present. Even though we don't have staff members, we've actually had a board that has been very active in getting the name out there and getting us recognized. So just looking forward to having everyone's support. And this is actually a start. Thank you to our Texas chambers, my colleagues, Tammy, Tony, Tina, Lisa. They have been a big support to us here in San Antonio. We wouldn't be where we're at right now without them. I've had some great relationships built with them, and they've been really my backbone. They've been very supportive in helping me out in building the chamber here in San Antonio as well. Thank you again to everyone. And I believe Valerie is up again.
Thank you very much, chamber leaders. We are going to move right along into our LGBT Business Enterprise certification presentation. Our presenter today is Jada Watson. And Jada is the manager of Supplier and Diversity at the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. She assists and supports LGBT-owned companies throughout the certification process. Once certified, Jada helps business owners gain the most out of their certification by connecting them to various opportunities and programming. She also provides support for the Matchmakers programming and the Transgender and Gender Nonconforming Task Force. Jada graduated from Pennsylvania State University with a double major in political science and history and a minor in Spanish. So Jada, you should be able to share your screen and I will turn it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you for the introduction, Valerie. Let me just get my screen going. Okay. So thank you for having me today at this historic event. My name is Jada Watson. Again, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm the manager of supplier diversity at the NGLCC. So I'm going to be talking to you all a little bit about the NGLCC, our certification, and then the benefits available to you when you certify your business. So the NGLCC was founded in 2002 by Justin Nelson and Chance Mitchell. So they wanted to create the certification, or the SDI department, which they started in 2004 because they saw that LGBT businesses were going unnoticed within the impact on the US economy. So they created this certification to highlight the impact of LGBT-owned businesses and the impact that Mark talked about earlier in regards to the numbers and how much of an impact LGBT businesses have on the US economy. The NGLCC is the business advocate and direct link between LGBT businesses, corporations, and government partners. Here's a little bit more about the NGLCC. In 2014, we founded the global division. And in 2011, we founded the NBIC, which is the National Business Inclusion Consortium, which I'll also talk about a little bit more later on in the presentation. The NGLCC is a certifying body for LGBT-owned businesses. So we are the exclusive certifying body for LGBT business owners to get certified as an LGBT-owned company. And we host events like our International Business and Leadership Conference in the summer. So if you are looking for any information regarding the NGLCC or our events, you can go to nglcc.org for more details on the information presented today. So on the screen, you can see our founding corporate partners. We have over 350 corporate partners. And again, you can go to our website and see a list for all of those corporate partners. You can look at who you may be interested in working with and who may line up with your company's capabilities and who may be your ideal client to hopefully get you you're engaged about what your options are when you are certified for who you can work with. So what is supplier diversity? Supplier diversity is the intentional inclusion of socially or economically disadvantaged groups in procurement opportunities. These supplier diversity programs within corporations are created to provide an advocate within the organization to advocate for the importance of LGBT-owned businesses or diverse-owned businesses within the purchasing at these companies. So these professionals are your advocate at these large corporations to hopefully push for more acceptance and inclusion of LGBT-owned companies in terms of using them for their spending and purchasing and for products within their organization or company. So again, our Supplier Diversity Initiative, which was created in 2004, is your connection to the LGBT certification. We help business owners through the certification process So step by step from the minute you start your application on my NGLCC, we are there to help. So if you have any questions or need any information about the process or how to get the process started, you can always contact us and we'll be happy to help out. And we also help businesses, once you are certified, identify you for opportunities that you can be a part of, for contracting opportunities of our corporate partners or stakeholders, because we receive requests from these individuals for certain commodity or growth areas that they're looking for suppliers to fill. So we are your person to hopefully get you connected to that person so that you can be available to receive that contract if it is within your capabilities. We will also work with companies to leverage or get the most out of your certification as well. So we are here to help. Beyond the process certification, we also provide like learning development opportunities like webinars and other educational opportunities to help you expand your business and hopefully achieve your goals that you look to achieve in your entrepreneurial journey. And another department here that also works with our SDI department is our Stakeholder Engagement Center. They also identify your company for opportunities that come our way from government partners or stakeholders for different RFPs and whatnot. They also work to expand procurement opportunities through events, business-to-business connections, and expanded technologies. And they also work on different programming like our matchmaking programming, which I'll talk about a little bit more later on, which is a great networking session for you to connect with corporate partners and other certified suppliers. And again, the NGLCC certification, we are the third party national certifying body for LGBT-owned companies. And our certification was modeled after the National Minority Supplier Development Council and the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. So we took what they were doing with their certification and modeled ours after theirs to hopefully provide a similar certification process, but one that is tailored towards LGBT-owned businesses. And our certification is available to for-profit businesses, at least 51% owned, operated, managed, and controlled by LGBT owners or owner. So when you start the process for certification, you would go to mynglcc.org to start your business profile. And there, once you fill out the information about your business and your contact information and whatnot, you'll be taken to the next section, which is the certification section. And there you'll upload all the supporting documents and necessary documentation that will also send you a document checklist for the documents you'll need based on your business structure, so you'll know ahead of time. And once you submit your application, a member of our supplier diversity team will review your application and we'll let you know if there's anything missing or if we need any additional documents. And then once everything is ready, we'll connect you with a site visitor who will host a site visit with you to go over the operations and function of your business through an interview. And then finally, once all those steps are complete, your application will be presented to our national certifying body, which they certify businesses based on the information presented. So your application will be reviewed for their official decision. And so as a reminder, our certification is national. However, your chamber membership is local. So if you are a member of your local chamber your membership will be waived for the application fee when you do apply for certification. So this is what a certificate will look like once you are certified, and your certification will be valid for 2 years. So some more benefits of becoming a certified business. You gain recognition and access to our database of over 350 corporate partners and over 1,700 certified suppliers through your MyNGLCC. You get access to our events like our International Business and Leadership Conference, our matchmaking programs, which are great, like I was talking about with the Engagement Center, who connects you with different opportunities available to you. So our matchmaking events are kind of like 15-minute speed dating matches where you get to connect one-on-one with a corporate partner or supplier to hopefully have that personal connection and have that one-on-one meeting to hopefully get your foot in the door and network and make those connections to hopefully build out your network and your contact list for your business so that you are able to get your business out there. You also gain access to our logo to show that you are a certified supplier, which you can use on your website and your email signature, marketing materials, or products. It's really great when companies will add the logo to their products so that people, when they buy their product, they can see that they are an LGBT-owned company and a diverse-owned company, so that it makes them want to purchase your product more because they know that they're supporting a diverse-owned company as well. So some other benefits available to you when you certify your business. We have education and development programs like our Accelerate program, our monthly webinars, which are great because you get to learn different business development skills and skill sets. One of them was about LinkedIn and how to best utilize it in your favor for your business. So you can also go to our YouTube page to look at our past webinars to kind of get a sense of the webinars that we have and a couple of the programs that we have available to you as a certified supplier when you do choose to certify your business. And then after you've been certified for a year, you're eligible to be a part of our mentorship program. And it's great because you get connected and have a mentor who is a corporate partner or a seasoned supplier, and they'll walk you through a year-long program to help you reach your entrepreneurial journey and hopefully gain more connections and also add to your contact list for networking opportunities to hopefully expand your network for your business. And then also working with corporations. So the contacts that are available to you on the database are usually the supplier diversity professionals at that corporation. So again, they're your advocate at that corporation for supplier diversity, but they're not the person in charge for buying or purchasing at that company. So just keeping that in mind, that they're the person that are your connection to the person who is responsible for purchasing and buying at that corporation. So they'll connect you to the right person once you reach out to them. And so it's great for connecting with those individuals because they are the ones pushing for advocacy within the organization. So our corporate partners, they'll reach out to us for opportunities like RFPs that could be available to our certified suppliers. They're also part of our mentorship program. They're part of our matchmaking programs. And they also provide programming and different scholarships available for different classes or different like schools that they may have, and being able to host for businesses looking to develop their business a little bit more and learn about different programming for like capability statements or different other learning development opportunities. So they'll send those opportunities our way and we'll send them to our suppliers. And we also, our corporate partners are really great in providing like different resources to us to hopefully provide to our suppliers to hopefully, again, gain as much from their certification as possible. So here is a kind of like a graph of, a graph of the tiered contracting opportunities available to you when you do work with a corporation. So if you are a larger corporation that's able to handle a contract all on your own, you are a tier 1 contract. However, if there's something that may exceed your company's capabilities, you would be a tier 2 contractor, and you can outsource for different things that maybe exceed your company's capabilities. So it's really great if you are not just looking for tier 1 opportunities, but tier 2 contract opportunities as well, because you're able to connect with other certified suppliers and team up with them for contracts that may exceed your capabilities so that you don't miss those opportunities. And then also when you are working with other certified suppliers, it's great to build your network, and hopefully when they receive a contract that may exceed their capabilities, they'll also reach out to you for those contracting opportunities. So it's really great to build those connections as well. So the US LGBT business is the 10th largest world economy. And we have a breakdown of more of the numbers that Mark was talking about in terms of the economic impact LGBT-owned businesses have on the US economy. And for more information, you can go to nglcc.org/report for more detailed information. And so as Mark was saying earlier, the LGBT businesses have a huge impact on the US economy, $1.7 trillion impact. And so that's why it's important for businesses who are LGBT to become certified so that we have the most accurate numbers, so that we can present this information to government partners or corporate partners about the importance of LGBT businesses within their supply chain. And it helps with influencing policy, like Tammy was talking about, how these numbers are important for creating policy and creating bills to help LGBT-owned businesses gain as much opportunity as there's available and possible. So this information is definitely helpful for making improvement within the LGBT community, business community, to hopefully help push for more change and more opportunities for our LGBT-owned businesses. So it's important to get certified. So if you are interested in getting certified, feel free to reach out to us to hopefully get the process started. And so again, like I spoke about earlier, the NGLCC in 2011 created the NBIC, which is the National Business Inclusion Consortium. We teamed up with other minority supplier certification organizations. So hopefully we are the advocate for the business interests of a range of identities. So lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, ethnic minorities, disability, and women-owned businesses. And so all of us teaming up together shows the economic impact of diverse-owned businesses as a whole across intersections, which is over $9 trillion impact on the US economy. So this is a great opportunity to hopefully show the impact of diverse-owned businesses and hopefully, again, push for more inclusion and push for more policy that is geared towards providing opportunities for diverse-owned companies. So for more information about our NBIC, you can go to nglcc.org/NBIC. And we also have a couple initiatives at the NGLCC. We have our Communities of Color initiative, which is created to support the growth and success of minority-owned businesses through certification and business development by providing programming that helps you hopefully succeed in your entrepreneurial journey. For more information, you can go to coachy@nglc.org or email us for more information. And then another initiative that we have at the NGLCC is our Transgender and Gender Expansive initiative. And it's a group of diverse leaders that will improve and advise upon efforts to procure goods and services from transgender, gender nonconforming, and non-binary business owners with the ultimate goal of economic empowerment for some of our most vulnerable members of the LGBT community. So this initiative was created to hopefully help gender expansive and transgender business owners get reach their goals in their entrepreneurial journey by providing, again, like our coaching initiative, providing programming and different opportunities available to those individuals so that you can get the most out of your certification and also the most out of obtaining your goals in your entrepreneurial journey. So for more information, you can go to nglc.org/TGX initiative. And we also have an event tonight for our TGX initiative, our town hall. So if you are interested, feel free to go to our website, to our events page to hopefully join. And then we have a couple of other programmings and initiatives available to you when you are certified. Our webinar Wednesdays, like I spoke about earlier, for learning development opportunities. For more information, you can go to nglc.org/webinars. We have our Sip and Pitch Fridays, which are once a month, where you get to pitch your idea in front of corporate partners, and they provide feedback about your elevator pitch or business idea. And you get to network as well, and it's a great way to just get your business out there and hopefully connect with other people, other business owners, other corporate partners. So for more information, you can go to nglc.org/sip-and-pitch. And then we also have our Accelerate program, which is a great program tailored to help with your business development and providing educational opportunities for our business owners that is presented and we have like professors, corporate partners, and other seasoned certified suppliers that help provide learning development opportunities to our certified suppliers interested in learning and gaining more from not just certification, but in terms of just learning more in general for their business. So for more information, you can go to nglc.org/accelerate. So this is my contact information on the screen. If you have any questions about certification or any of the information presented, feel free to reach out. And again, join your local affiliate chamber. It's great to be a member of your local affiliate chamber because you get the benefit of both your certification and your chamber membership, and you get to network locally through events like this one, and be able to hopefully build a stronger community within your local network as well. So I will turn it back over to Valerie.
Thank you so much, Jada, for your participation and your support of this event. And again, attendees, we will share this information with you after the session today. Next, I want to introduce the SBA Houston Deputy District Director, Mark Winchester, who is going to provide an overview of SBA programs and services. So Mark, I will now turn it over to you.
Valerie, thank you so much. SBA helps Americans achieve the dream of small business ownership. We make the American dream of business ownership a reality, and we do that through helping businesses start, grow, expand, and recover. You know, what is a small business? Size standards vary by industry, but basically it's either annual revenues or number of employees. And I want you to write this down: NAICS, North American Industry Classification System. It is the industrial code for size standards. For manufacturing type businesses, it's 1,500 employees, up to 1,500 employees. For service firms, it is up to $41.5 million. So it's revenue based if it's service type business. How does SBA help? Free business counseling. We like to say counseling at no cost that is confidential. We also provide SBA guaranteed business loans. We don't provide the loan, we guarantee the loan. We also offer federal government contracting and home and business disaster loans. Capital. Need a business loan to start, grow, or expand? SBA works with approved lenders, from microloans to SBA guaranteed loans. I want to emphasize here that we are with you. SCORE has the motto, they're with you for the life of the business, but I really like it because SBA is also with you for the life of the business. Whether you're a micro enterprise or you're expanding and you need that manufacturing facility, SBA has financing from $500 all the way up to $13,750,000. SBA, through its lenders, offers competitive terms, lower down payments, longer maturities. That is really the why for the SBA loan guarantee program, are the terms and the maturity that you can get as a business owner. We also offer lower risk for the lenders and a variety of loan programs, 7A, 504, microloans, and export. How can an SBA-backed loan help you? Well, whether you have a startup business and you have startup costs, or you're purchasing a business, or you want to become a franchise, purchase inventory, purchase equipment, purchase or renovate or expand facilities, purchase real estate or land, export a product, or pay off debt. I like to call the 7A the Swiss Army knife of financing for small business. You know, when people think of SBA, they normally think of just the SBA loan guarantees, but SBA is so much more than that. SBA has small business investment companies that invest in small businesses. Over 300 firms, 300 VCs and angel investors. So if you're needing equity financing or a combination of debt and equity financing, SBA is there. SBA since 1958 has deployed more than $67 billion to small businesses. And you can see the graphics right there. Apple, FedEx, Tesla, Amgen, Staples, they were all started with SBIC funding. And so if you are needing funding that is in the equity realm, SBA is there with over 300 SBICs. We also, in addition to the SBIC, fund innovation with SBIR, STTR. Maybe you're a technology-based focused business. SBA invests in 5,000 small businesses every year, annually, investing in tech firms with nearly $3,750,000 in investments. These are grants, federal grants from 11 federal agencies, ranging from $50,000 all the way up to $1.5 million, from artificial intelligence, nanomaterials, clean energy, wearable technology. Learn more at sbir.gov. Also, you know, besides SBIR, STTR, SBIC, you know what else SBA offers? Surety and bonding for contracts. You know, if you're a general contractor, or maybe you're a tradesman, or maybe you're in that arena of subcontracts or contracts and you need a performance bond, or maybe you need a bid bond, or if you're needing these types of bond, SBA and surety, SBA has a surety and bonding as low as 100,000 all the way up to 6.5 million for state and 10 million for federal. So just want to emphasize, reiterate, we have bid bond, performance bond, payment bond, and all these bonds can be obtained through SBA. And I apologize. Can you go back one slide, Valerie? Thank you. And I just wanted to highlight, if you want to learn more about our surety and bonding, visit www.sba.gov/OSG. Federal contracting. The federal government spends nearly $500 billion every year. And you want to visit sba.gov/contracting. SBA has programs to offer to you in federal contracting, including 8A program, Hub Zone program, Women-Owned Small Business program, Service Disabled Veteran-Owned program. And I want to emphasize here, related to the 8A program, it is both socio and economic. And if you can demonstrate based on discrimination that is impacting your business socially, you can apply and participate in the 8A program. I do want to let you know, SBA has a goal that 23% of all federal contracts go to small businesses. And here in Houston, that's over $1.3 billion locally. If you're interested in federal, state, local, or corporate contracting, your local PTAC, Procurement Technical Assistance Center, can help you. There's over 300 PTACs nationwide. They can help you in research, register, and respond. The other C about SBA, the 4 C's, we talked about capital, counseling, and contracting, but we also need to talk about crisis. 40% of all businesses close after a disaster and never reopen. Let me repeat that. 40% of all businesses that close after a disaster never reopen. So a couple of things I want to share with you. One, SBA is there with our disaster loans. But 2, you need to be prepared, and you need to have a continuity of operation plan. Prepare your business and learn more by visiting sba.gov/prepare. SBA disaster loans, we have loans for real estate, personal property, economic injury, equipment, inventory, and for active duty military. Counseling. The SBA, we offer counseling through our SBA resource partners. SCORE, there's nearly 11,000 mentors, and they volunteer their time, expertise in 63 industries or NAICS codes. And they can mentor and provide advice in real world business executives in person or virtually. You can search for mentor profiles, free online workshops. The America's SBDC, there are nearly 1,000 SBDCs nationwide. These are full-time staff that offer free business counseling, business research, low-cost training. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention about the women business centers that we have nationwide, over 136, and we have 2 right here in Houston. And they can assist women-owned small business, including the Women-Owned Small Business Certification. And I realize that this is the entire state of Texas. If you want to learn more about your local SBA resource partners, please visit www.sba.gov www.sba.gov/local assistance. One last item that I want to share with you is related to COVID EIDL. If you were impacted by COVID-19 with your small business, SBA has the COVID Economic Injury Disaster Loan. It started out at $150,000, expanded to $500,000, and is now up to $2 million. And if you want to learn more applying for this direct loan from SBA, if you were impacted by COVID, please contact your local SBA district office, or you can learn more at sba.gov/EIDL. The deadline is December 31st, 2021. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Valerie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark, for that SBA overview. We want to go right into our small business panel. Our moderator today is the SBA Houston Lead Lender Relations Specialist, Winston LeBay. Winston, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Valerie, and thank you to all the presenters and panelists this morning. We really appreciate everything that you guys do. In light of the time, I'm going to jump right in and have a brief conversation with 3 business owners located in our districts. That's Marfran Cleaning, Gray Scott State Farm, and then Bandera Market. So what I'd like to do is ask all 3 of you in the order that I just mentioned, and it's good to see you, Naomi and Marilyn, in that order. If you could just share a brief overview of your businesses and the type of services you guys offer and what makes you special. And we'll start with Marilyn and Naomi. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Winston. Thank you for this opportunity. We're the owners of Marfran Cleaning, LLC. We're a full-service janitorial, landscaping, general contracting company. We've been in business since 2006. We have been a part of the chamber for 5 years. We call the SBA was our official coming out as a business. When we started doing things with the SBA, with the 8A program, the LOC loans that we've gotten, things like this was the first opportunity that we were able to share with a federal agency that we were a couple and a married couple. And so the SBA was our first official business coming out. What makes us special is that we have learned to adapt. We have grown each year. We have expanded our services. We've taken advantage of all the organizations and chambers that the city offers, that the state offers, that the federal government offer. And so we've been able to just kind of tap into all of those areas, and it has helped us sustain and grow. And Merlin, you want to add anything to that?
I just want to say thank you so much to the SBA for pulling this together and giving us this opportunity. We look at the SBA as our best friend. I was listening to the different things that were being mentioned in the presentations, and we have taken advantage of just about every single thing that was mentioned, and it has been of a positive outcome for every one of those events. So basically just wanted to say thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you to the SBA and to all involved.
And thank you so much. And I'll be back with a few more questions. Ray Scott, if you could share information about your business as well and what makes you and your business special. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Winston, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me on today. My name is Ray Scott. I have Ray Scott Insurance Agency. I'm a State Farm agent here in Dallas, Texas, and uptown. We've been in business since 2005. I have 9 employees. We represent over 4,000 or 5,000 households in the Texas area, and we also ride in Arkansas, New Mexico, and all the surrounding states. We do everything, every type of life, every type of insurance, a lot of small business, but also a licensed securities broker, mortgage originator, and all these kind of great things. And I guess what makes us special, we're one of the only openly LGBT agents that I'm aware of. There are a lot more out there who may not be open yet. And through NGLCC, that's really helped me tremendously. It helped our business. And the SBA, especially over the past year and a half, has just been fantastic in ensuring business continuity. When we were really unsure of what may be going on and losing customers because of their inability to pay and what was going on in their lives. It made sure that I was able to keep all my employees going and keep them, money in their pockets, their families fed. So it's been great, and we give back to our community. We give back 10% of our proceeds every year to the community around us, and so we appreciate SBA giving us the opportunity to make sure we're able to keep doing that and keep our doors open.
Thank you so much, Ray. And now Gilda, if you don't mind. I think you're muted.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am honored to be here today. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm honored to be here today. My name is Gilda Metat del Valle. I am a Navy veteran. I actually own 2 businesses in the San Antonio area. We're coming into a milestone now. We're going to be in business, both businesses, for 5 years. So we're very excited. We all know about the 5-year mark. So we're going to make it. We've been in business, like I said, in the San Antonio area. We have 2 of them. We have CBD Relief that sells out of a retail location called the Wellness Wagon. We sell CBD products from hemp here in the San Antonio area. And then also we have Bandera Market, which is a farmer's market that we own and operate here in the Bandera, in San Antonio area. We are a hub, DBE, MBE, WBE, SDVOB, LGBTQ, and all these certifications. What makes us special for the CBD business, we focus on education, not just sales, but we focus on education. All our staff members are certified CBD advisors / consultants. So we invest heavily in the education of our staff and our customers. And then Bandera Market, what makes Bandera Market special is we actually grew during the pandemic. Not only did we grow, but we helped hundreds of small businesses grow during the pandemic as well. So we're very excited to be here, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Gilda. Thank you so much. And you mentioned certification. So my next question, and we'll start with Marilyn again and Naomi. How have SBA programs, and you touched on it already, how have SBA programs and/or the LGBT Business Enterprise certification supported and helped your business grow? This is for Marilyn and Naomi.
Well, we're an 8A company. We're a service disabled, veteran-owned company. We're woman-owned, and we're also LGBT enterprise. So with the SBA, of course, the 8A program has been very beneficial in the growth of our company. The NGLCC has recently, we remember since 2006, that has helped us with our visibility, procurement opportunities in the commercial sector. That was something that we really didn't do a lot of because we focused mainly on the federal government when we first started. So we've started to get a lot of visibility, a lot of opportunities in that realm. It has also helped us with teaming partners, and it's just been an overall benefit. And with the SBA, we've been able to take advantage of some of the financial things as far as lines of credits, the bonding program. We've inquired and we've looked into that, and so we've both of them have been very beneficial.
Thank you so much. And I know you and I, with the 3 of us, have had conversations before about SBA and how it's helped your business. So thank you so much for sharing that information. And Ray, we'll go to you with the same question.
Yeah, same question. And I didn't mention earlier, I'm also an Army veteran, served many years in the Army, but everyone always says thank you for your service. I thank you guys for paying for my college education. So that was it was a very great synergy. Remind me of the question. I'm sorry, one more time.
So how have SBA programs and/or the LGBT Business Enterprise certification supported and helped your business grow and prosper?
Right. I touched on it a minute ago, but the loan through SBA was great for business continuity, ensuring that we could then go out and keep doing business and take care of our team. And that was, I can't begin to even say the peace of mind and how that came into play. It was monumental. But then as far as NGLCC, it's I don't think I can understate how important it's been to our business. We have people, a lot of our business comes from people relocating from out of state, and Texas being a hotbed of relocation right now. A lot of times they may be putting in their LGBT insurance agent or something else, and I'm one of the only ones to pop up. And then also just from all across the state of people reaching out, and due to that increased visibility, through NGLCC, but then also through the networking that happens with it. It's been huge. If I were to put a percentile on it, I would say probably 7 to 8% of our new business comes from that. And I'd have to nail that down a little bit more, but it's been enough that's very measurable. And we ask all customers who come to us how they found us. And it's amazing to find so many are typing in LGBT and this pops up. So it's been huge for us.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. And Gilda, please.
Well, just like everybody else, the loans, the EDO loans, the PPP loans, all that has helped us tremendously stay afloat during COVID. The NGLCC/Chamber membership has allowed me to, I posted that we were hiring people. I posted some events that we were having at the farmers market. It helped me grow the traffic at the farmers market. The NGLCC sends trainings on a weekly basis, sometimes daily basis, that we've taken advantage of. So it's definitely beneficial all around to become certified, and I highly encourage anybody who's looking for certification to do so.
Thank you so much. My other question, I may skip a few here, but what are some main challenges you all are facing today, and how are you addressing those challenges or overcoming those? For you, Marilyn and Naomi?
Well, I guess the nature of our business, one of our main challenges has been the supply chain, with the increases of supplies and the not being able to go to the reliable sources we've had in the past. So that has had us kind of on a treasure hunt, trying to find the best deals and trying to find the best people that can produce the products and get them to us. Also, I guess we've been having, the issues with hiring because of we are a cleaning company. That's our main thing. And with the pandemic, that kind of created a problem with trying to get new employees. So we were pretty much overworking the employees we had, and also trying to stay safe and stay in protocol and keep everybody healthy. So, and I guess one of the upcoming challenges that we're looking to, that possibly may be an issue, not on our end, but just when you're dealing with people in general, some of the upcoming regulations as it relates to COVID and that kind of things. We're looking to make sure we can navigate these and mitigate those problems.
And one additional thing I want to say, with living in the pandemic, it has become very evident how important sanitation and cleanliness is. And with that said, our business has become very vital, even more so than what it has been in the past, but it's allowing additional companies to add cleaning to their title. And so it's making our business a little bit more competitive, which we're taking that as a positive, because we are stepping up and being more innovative in what we offer. We're taking up on our training and making sure that we are able to offer modernizing and doing what we can to take care of the customers.
Thank you so much, Marilyn and Naomi. What about you, Ray, and the Gilda?
I would say our biggest challenges of being the industry we're in, a lot of it so much is networking and sponsoring and funding neighborhood and community events for LGBT, veterans groups, school groups. And so we've missed that connectivity where we bond out of that. So we've had to really increase our online game and become an expert in SEO, optimization, paid search, all these things that really make a difference, because you can't sit back and go, gosh, I'm going to wait till it's over and maybe kick in then. And, State Farm's done a great thing of keeping all the rates at a baseline for quite a while. And so that's helped, but it's the networking, becoming equipped online to really know how to go out there and find people. But as my partners in crime said over here, is hiring. Now, I'm sure none of my employees would ever say I've overworked them. I'm sure no one would ever say that. But finding solid people who are in my business licensed and can come in and hit the ground running. State of Texas had a temporary license for a while, but they just did away with that. So that's the biggest thing. But I've always believed that you pay a really good rate and you challenge people, and I bring the business into them. So that's been the most challenging part, is making sure we have the business coming into to our team.
Thank you, Ray, and thank you for your service. And Gilda, thank you as well. And Gilda, do you want to respond as well to that question?
I would say pretty much everything that everybody is saying. Hiring people, we all know, is a big problem these days, so I won't touch on that. It's already been covered. For me, the biggest issue right now is the cannabis industry. There's just this Friday, there was an article that was completely incorrect, spread by the media about Delta 8 being illegal. It's actually not illegal. And so there's all kinds of misinformation out there with cannabis, in particular in Texas and nationwide. And so we're battling that. That seems to be our biggest problem beyond everything else everybody is saying.
And then I believe you guys, you may have already touched on this one. How do you use chamber resources and relationships to your advantage? And if you've already responded, I mean, if you already addressed chambers, I understand, but if you didn't, please, any of you guys can answer that question.
Well, we use the chamber educational tools all the time. And we also like to chime in on a lot of the webinars. And so we stay active with the chamber, trying to find out, because there's a lot of things that we get a lot of emails all the time, and most of them are pretty beneficial. So we kind of go through them and we jump on any opportunity that if there's a chance for us to learn, if it's a chance for us to network. We've had we've actually connected with some chamber members in other states on some possible teaming opportunities. So we use all the tools that's available through the chamber.
Thank you so much, Naomi and Marilyn. Anyone, Ray or Gilda?
Just like I mentioned before, I use the chamber website a lot to post events every time we have events. I'm relatively new. I actually got certified during COVID, so I'm looking forward to the in-person events, and meeting all the members. But I take advantage of all the same things, the classes. But I use the website a lot of the chamber, so I highly encourage folks to do that as well.
Thank you, Gilda. Right?
Sorry, just real quick on that, Winston. I would say our chamber, I'm not saying this because Lisa is here listening to me right now, but the chamber has been really huge. Even when they switched us from meeting in person to having Zoom meetings, which still kept the introductions to new people and keeping them in a frame of reference. And now going to this and going to the meetups, everything else, it's really great synergy, I feel, between all these moving parts, and it's helped small business owners like me really stay involved and introduce us to new lines of communication.
So in 1 minute or less, I'm going to ask each of you, what one recommendation do you have for other LGBTQ businesses? 1 minute or less, Marilyn, and then Ray and Gilda. Marilyn.
Well, I'll just say from our standpoint, we're ladies of a certain age, and I would suggest that you embrace all that is you. That would be my thing. If you're a woman-owned business and you're gay, and you need to embrace all of that. It took us years to learn that, and we're here now, and we're absolutely ecstatic about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, actually. Hey, Ray.
I would say the same thing. Embrace who you are, and embrace those who are like you. Reach out to the other businesses and introduce yourself, and and give back to those businesses, because gosh, we've all had to have support at some time from somebody else. So whether you're supporting something for $150 or you can do more, just you supporting them builds like karma, and they're going to come back and support you. So accept who you are, love it, embrace it, and reach out to those like you.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much. And then Gilda.
Well, piggybacking on that, it's kind of hard. Definitely embrace you, but get certified. Get certified, participate in the chamber and NGLCC. There's a world of resource out there. If you can dream it, you can achieve it, folks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the panelists. We really appreciate you and value your input. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Valerie Marr. Valerie.
Thank you so much, Winston. I want to thank everyone who joined us today and helped pull this event together. It really just shows the support for the LGBT community, and SBA is glad to be right beside the chambers throughout all of this. Again, look out for that follow-up email to hit your inbox, which will have the presentations you heard today, as well as contact information. Please stay engaged with your local SBA office and your local chamber. You've heard it today throughout, just a great resource for you and your small business. So with that, again, thank you, chambers. Thank you, National LGBT Chamber. this was very beneficial, and we're very appreciative of you all joining us today. So with that, everyone have a great day, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, everyone.